Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tall Talk. The energy is great tonight, and I couldn't do it without my two best buddies right by my side, Kale and Corey.
Yes,
but
sir.
before we get into our episode, I need to know how they're doing. Corey, how are you doing over there?
I'm doing great, brother. I love the energy. It's all sounding great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm pretty pumped up. I went to a great sandwich shop for dinner called Lardo's. If you're in Portland or in the area, check it out. They had a faux
Yummy.
wrench dip, and I can't get enough of it. It's delicious, and that's what brought me the energy today.
Faux wrench?
Yeah,
like a
dude.
French dip, but like faux.
Faux inspired, yeah.
Oh,
Faux wrench.
yeah.
It's delish.
So it's time to come back to the dark side, the unhealthy side. Yep. The fat side.
There are times, but no. Staying strong over here.
Not yet. I like it.
Ah, man. But yeah, that's how I'm doing, man. I'm full of sandwich and I'm ready to rock and roll. But how is our brother Kale Miller doing?
Ooh, doing well, guys. Like you said, the energy's right off the top. Siler's bringing it, and I love it. I had some Indian food tonight.
Yeah.
Something spicy. So I might act spicy. You never know.
Damn.
Oh,
You never know. But with all this
expected
energy, I got to know how Siler's doing. Came in red hot.
well, let me tell you, Kale, I am fantastic.
Love it. Love
Like I
to hear
always
it.
say, never better, but
Yeah, literally never been better.
never better.
Not even a single time.
Every
No.
Friday, he has the best day of his life.
I mean, shouldn't you strive to that? Yeah.
Every
to
day.
have better days
Not
than your
just
last.
Friday.
Yeah.
Well, payday
Oh,
Friday,
just Friday.
especially.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. You're right.
I like it.
Awesome. Are you two ready to get into today's episode?
Hell yeah, man.
Always when you're hosting, brother.
Oh, cool. So traditionally, we'll start our episodes with a would you rather, sometimes a short story. But this one, we're going to start off with our typical would you rather. Would you rather be able to control your dreams if it means that any injuries you experienced in your dreams affect you in real life, or have night terrors every other time you fell asleep?
Oh, God.
Both of those are awful.
Yeah, those are
It's
terrible.
already spicy off the bat.
Yeah.
Damn, you're bringing the heat immediately. 5 seconds
It's
in.
coming.
Wait. So if I like get impaled in my dream, would that mean like I just wake up with a giant hole in me? Like,
I don't think that extreme. You would have the pain of,
You
know,
would have the pain of being
that.
impaled.
but you wouldn't be
but not the
actually like
actual injury.
impaled with a. Imagine like you manifest like that, and it's
Yeah,
just like
just-
when you wake up, it's just like in you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That'd
Like
be
if
scary
you
as
Just a
hell.
big spike out of your
you
bed.
lose your arm or something, and then you
Oh,
wake
man.
up
That'd
and
be
like your
terrible.
arm is severed.
Oh God.
God. But if you're
You know
saying
what would-
like we feel the pain, but we're okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would like freak you out more if you woke up and you had the pain of being like having your arm ripped off.
Yeah.
But your arm is fine, and you would just wouldn't that drive you like insane?
Oh God.
Like there's
Yeah.
something wrong with my arm, and even if you went to the doctor, they wouldn't be able to see it.
Like I think
And
he's
you're
just
like
crazy.
something's definitely wrong, doc.
yeah,
Like,
phantom
oh,
pain.
Yeah,
I'm having
man.
these dreams.
So
Yeah,
do
but
that
then-
and have night terrors every other night. Oh,
No, and every other time you fall asleep, and I'm a man who loves my naps, so that's like
Oh,
3 or
dude,
4
you-
times
naps.
a day.
you're getting like 2 a day every day.
Jesus.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh man,
Living the life.
I've had nightmares, but I don't consider myself having night terrors, so I'm not really familiar with that. But I feel like I would want the pain.
The masochist.
Yeah, I love it. Give it to me. I just exclusively dream of like terrible things.
I crave it.
How long do I experience the pain for? Tyler, you're in charge of this, so you can kind of like direct
Ooh.
Yeah,
how
what's our dream logic?
terrible. Yeah,
The
like
ballpark is mine.
yeah, so like how long do we feel the pain if we're doing it that way?
And for those of you at home who don't know, Tyler's last name is in fact actually Kruger.
Oh no.
Oh, not.
He
not
often
good.
wears a fedora and a red and green sweater.
That's why you've been growing your nails out.
Yes.
No.
Perfect. Before I get into any of our questions, I'd like to break off and say that this episode was actually inspired by Eric. So thank you for giving this idea to us and being able to write this.
Yeah,
thanks for that.
bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
We love suggestions. We love trying to put our minds together and make a script. So hell yes.
Appreciate it. All right. Back to the would you rather. So the injuries that you experience, the first option, right? How long would they last?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what am I looking at? Like, how much pain am I looking?
I think it would like last as long it would take to heal, like in real life.
Oh
Well,
God.
This is, bro, like, so if I have like a broken bone in the thing, I'm going to feel like my leg is broken for as long as it would take to heal.
It's a couple months.
Yeah, to heal that.
So, dude,
Mhm.
like, theoretically, with that logic, every night if I have a bad dream, I could just compound my injuries to where I feel like death daily.
Wow.
Yeah, you're pretty much screwed.
But you can
think
control them to an extent.
I didn't think this one through. I
Yeah, you already said it.
Yeah, too late.
Corey,
You made the choice.
Be careful with your choices. Oh no, Tyler, that's brutal. How dare you do this to
Had to.
me?
Yeah, I don't know what I would choose either, because like having night terrors every night is probably detrimental to your health too. I mean, like imagine
your
like
sleep,
waking up with your
your
heart
mind.
racing every single night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Corey's situation, like you said, he naps a lot. So like
Yeah.
2 times a day, maybe you would have
Yeah.
just horrific night terrors to where
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah,
freaking
after a
out.
while, that would take a toll on your like
Oh,
mental
mentally.
health and everything.
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest, it's not too different than my regular life. I don't have night
God.
terrors that often, but goddamn, do they happen a lot.
No. So I cut to add.
Right.
No. NyQuil, the once daily. I regret my
control.
decision, but I write it out.
Well, it's too late, man.
I write everything in stone. I use pen on everything.
Damn, the commitment.
Yeah, because like if you chose the first option and your injuries like had like no really like effect, like it was like just little, you could just be like, oh, okay, I can get through this one like nothing.
Yeah, but what if I'm decapitated in my dream?
So how long would that take to heal?
That doesn't heal. I'm dead forever.
I know, right? So you essentially
Just
Okay,
like get
well,
out of bed. I'm like, I can't.
I wanna ask you a question as a follow-up, Tyler. If you have a dream where you heal all of your injuries that happened in the dream,
Oh.
would that like take away the pain effects?
That's fair, Corey. Yeah, I'd say so.
I dream I'm
Yeah.
in the hospital. Yes.
Just have good thoughts.
Yes.
Have good thoughts.
I'm in like physical therapy in my dream. I like
Oh,
that. I
man.
like that pushback.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit with Kale then.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would rather be able to control my dreams in that sense.
Okay.
It's like I alluded to, like I have nightmares frequently. And
Yeah.
there's a couple things, to take away dreams and night terrors and stuff, but they don't always work. And goddamn, like exactly what you're saying, Tyler, like the psychological effect is horrifying.
Yeah.
Because you wake up
Yeah.
and it affects your mood for like the first couple hours you're awake.
Groggy.
And like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know somebody who was like affected by a dream or a nightmare and then took it out on that person. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
dreamed
Yeah.
you cheated on me, so now I'm super mad at you.
Yeah, I see a lot of
Yep.
memes about that.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's funny.
So I want to control
Okay.
it, but like
Yeah.
I'd still be doing
Control.
dangerous shit, right? Like I'd still be
Oh, yeah,
jumping
no
out
way.
of airplanes and like just having fun with that
Base
dream
jumping.
world.
Yeah.
That's true.
What about you, Siler?
Yeah,
You've
man.
thought enough.
Come on, brah.
Have I thought enough?
I don't know.
Okay. You're right.
You're right.
I don't think I would want to
You're
have a I don't think I would want to have night terrors every single night that I fell asleep. I would just dread going to bed, be like, okay, tonight's gonna be another shit night.
Yeah.
Every day you're like, here we
Yeah.
go.
Here we go. What are we gonna
Would you
What's gonna happen tonight?
try and like stay awake as long as you could?
Ooh.
Like drinking coffee and taking like caffeine pills and like a little bit of meth if you want to.
Oh, Siler. I feel
Maybe.
like there's a workaround on this. I feel like it's every time you fall asleep, right? So theoretically, every time.
Well, every other time.
So if you fall asleep
Oh.
and you know
Okay.
that the night terror is going to be then, if you're woken up like half an hour later and then eventually go back to sleep, wouldn't your night terror be like short lived,
Oh.
theoretically?
Well, I guess
'Cause
that's
you
the
fell
question is
asleep?
like, because like I remember hearing something that like your dreams only last like a minute or so, but they feel like they last
Oh.
the entire
Yeah.
time you're sleeping.
Eternity, yeah.
So even if you did fall asleep for 20 minutes, it would be a lifetime. Like,
Yeah,
of-
because I think like by
That's what it would
20,
feel like, yeah.
I think by 20 minutes is when you actually enter that dream state as well.
right.
Because I think there's like 5 stages of sleep, and the second or third stage is like your REM, or not your REM, but like your dream is when they happen.
That's after acceptance and bargaining.
Yeah, and you flow through the different stages of sleep through your entire sleep.
Right. So my theory doesn't work. Perfect. Debunked. Yeah, I don't think any of us want that.
Nah, no. I'm probably going to side with you guys as well.
Very nice. 3 for 3. I like it.
Wow.
Can we hurt each other in our dreams?
Yeah, right? Who wants
Battle
to go?
Royale.
Oh, man. Yeah, because who wouldn't want to control their dreams? I mean, you're in this kind of state where anything is possible.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're the creator of that story. So
absolutely.
You're your own god.
But you have that side effect of the injury part, like when waking up.
Yeah, but that's on you. Like if we do stuff and we're
Just
in
be
control,
careful, right?
like if we do reckless stuff, we know we're going to suffer the consequences at some point later.
Damn, that
That's true.
sucks. There's like real world consequences to your dreams that you
I know
control.
that is kind of, yeah. And I think it would just be like, just like very inconvenient stuff. Like you sprained your ankle in your dream, and then you wake up and you have a sprained ankle. And you kind of like hobble around. Damn it.
No basketball today.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
The big
that'd be
game.
terrible.
No.
Can't happen.
I got hurt. What were you doing? Dreaming.
Do you think that in your dreams you would be more careful then, knowing that like the injuries translate? Do you think you'd be like agoraphobic in your dreams?
You just force yourself to be inside.
I'd be more cautious. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, if we knew the outcome of our choices.
Would you be the bubble boy? Like being one of those giant hamster wheels in your dream and you can roll everywhere?
To him and Jake Gyllenhaal.
It'd be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you would be cautious to an extent, but then it's like, I really want to do that. So whatever happens, it's going to be worth it.
What's the fun in dreaming? Like if you can't, do what you want, you're being too careful.
Yeah.
Plus, Corey brought it up that like I forgot that we can control our dreams. We could just like heal the next day.
Yeah.
So you deal with that bad pain for a day. That's fair.
So if you die in your dreams, you die in real life.
See, that's
an injury.
That's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking
I
like
wouldn't
I've
know.
had dreams where I drown, and like then I'll wake up and it's like I'm having an asthma attack.
Damn, son, your breathing probably got shallow as shit.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's a little gray area.
Wow.
That's kind of hard. Yeah, because death is permanent. And
Dude, and just speaking of that, like I had a dream once where I was drowning, and like I think it was like an ice cap or something. It was just like fresh cold water, and I drowned in the dream, and I woke up, and my dad was like shaking me because I started to turn blue because I stopped breathing in real life.
What?
He's like, yeah,
God,
dude, I didn't know if you were dead or not. I was, ugh.
I'm alive.
oh my God. So if your dad wasn't there?
Yeah, who knows what would have happened? Because like I was like just
passed out.
not breathing whatsoever.
That's wild. Hell
That's
no.
crazy how you're like, your mind is actually like telling you to not breathe from like
Right.
a dream.
Yeah.
You can't like distinguish like
dangerous.
reality and
Well, I just remember
Yeah.
like struggling for air and like I need to get to the surface because I cannot breathe.
Damn.
were you like at like the bottom, like the deep end?
Yeah, exactly. Like fading away.
Oh man, sinking into the abyss.
Were you in like in an ocean?
Yeah, so it was in like the Arctic, and it was really
Okay.
cold. There was a bunch of like icebergs everywhere, and I was drowning there.
No, thank you.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm good. Nah.
yeah. So do you think that would kill you in real life if we were able to like
Drown.
I don't know if
God.
the pain translated?
Yeah, a lot of that's kind of hard because a lot of people would be dead then because a lot of people have those kinds of dreams.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
kind of scary to think about.
The battle within the mind.
Right?
Because if your mind goes negative in your dream, even though you're controlling it.
Okay, would it be
That could
fair
be
to
spicy.
say the pain could be so severe that it felt like dying, but it didn't actually kill you?
Oh damn.
God.
You like feel like
But
you're
it-
on death's door until you fall asleep again.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to like will
cancel it
yourself
out.
to like cancel it out. Yeah.
I think I'm going to switch over to night terrors because this sounds awful. Like having.
But this is only, you still have control though. Like the
I guess
lucid
so.
dreaming.
Yeah,
you're
if you
in
have
charge
control, then
still.
you control whether you can die or not.
That's true.
So if you were to choose not to die, then you wouldn't have to worry about that
That's
That's
fair.
true.
option. You know what else I like, Kale?
Ooh.
these ads that are coming up.
Nice. Roll it.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Andre, creator and host of the Weekly Tall Talk. I would like to say thank you for listening to today's episode. If you like what you've been hearing, we would love to know what you think. After the episode, don't forget to leave a comment or reach out to us on our socials, where you can find us at the Weekly Tall Talk. We're excited to say that we're working on a couple other awesome projects for this year. If you would like to know more about that, or find out what else we're working on, we have a Patreon and Discord that you can subscribe to, where we can be found at Tall Tale Network. And if you have any other questions or ideas for what you'd like us to discuss on the show, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com.
Welcome back, everyone. This has been a little crazy so far, this episode. It's
Like
gone
always.
downhill, but
Like always.
like
the
always,
usual.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? We're getting really deep into the mind, so I have more questions to make you think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Do you guys feel that dreams have truly like a meaning or purpose?
Huh.
Like, do you feel like that if you can like dream something and that it could maybe happen or like inspire you to create something in your
Oh,
everyday life?
Yeah, for sure.
I
Okay.
definitely think there's a potential for that. Like if you, from the dark corners of your mind, if you have like, not necessarily a nightmare, but like a very outlandish dream, like Corey said, that can inspire you to do like artwork or like a short story or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I had this crazy
Even
dream.
like
That would be a wild
script,
story. Yeah.
or even like a movie idea or something.
Right. I know that people do believe that there's dream logic. Like if you dream of certain things, it corresponds to this, or it deals with, oh, maybe you're experiencing this. I don't
Yeah.
know enough about it, but I do feel open to the thought of you are having these dreams because of this. I am open to that like strain of knowledge of thought,
Okay.
because I mean that's very subjective. If like something has meaning to you, it might be very meaningful to you, Tyler, but it doesn't mean anything to Corey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be on a personal level. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so it
get
could be
what
your
you're saying.
personal brain. It's your mind. So your subconscious or your message or what you would derive from something could be like, oh, that makes sense why this is happening to me. But like to Corey or to I, it would be like, no.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there like a dream dictionary? There,
Yeah.
because like
I've seen
it's-
those.
Yeah. So it's like this means this, and if you dream
Yeah.
about horses, it means like something else entirely.
Right.
So,
Like,
like-
I wonder who who came up with that. Like, who was the?
How do you even like begin to like
Yeah.
become credited for that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dreams. It's
so strange.
not tangible.
Yeah.
It's
Look
crazy.
up and see if Carl Jung made
Yeah.
it.
I'm not gonna lie. I've used that before. Whatever that is, that book or website.
Oh shit. Okay.
I've
Did
looked
you-
at some stuff.
Did you feel like it was accurate?
Yeah.
What was your experience with it?
I did a long time ago. I don't really remember, but I read it a long time ago. I don't really remember too much of it, but some of the parts were kind of believable to make you think like, oh crap,
Right.
this could be possibly real.
Right. I was going to say, like, when you looked that up, was it very like generic, very broad things to where it could like fit into, or was it kind of like fine tuned to like specific stuff, or was it like very generalized? Like, oh, you may have known someone who passed away recently.
I think it's a little bit more fine tuned than like the
Right.
general medium or spirit calling kind of
Right.
techniques. It's
Right.
like they have
Yeah.
like pretty definite definitions.
Oh, okay.
Throughout. And like it goes over like animals and objects and all of this other stuff.
Nice. I'll have
Yeah,
to
they
check
have
that
everything
out.
for-
I'm curious.
Every single thing.
Yeah.
Anything you could think of, they'll have something for that.
Right.
Yeah, I think
That's worth checking out.
I think like to kind of go into it a little bit, like I think dreams really help people figure things out subconsciously. So like if you're having like a stressful day or something like that and you go have like a stressful dream, then you're like carrying the stress that you had in real life into the dream world, but then you may wake up feeling better about the situation as a whole because you were able to like think about it and parse it out into this more like dream logic where like, you know, the dream might not be necessarily literally what you're stressed out about, but there's so much like contextual clues to help you figure these things out.
Right.
I think it's like,
I like that.
Honestly, I think it's the same as taking like LSD or psilocybin or anything like that, where it puts you in a different state of the mind that just lets you figure things out.
I feel like they have definitely a meaning or purpose, even if it's on a personal level, because what if you have like a memory of a relative that had passed away, or like some image of them, representation of them that, you know, that makes you happy, and you have that dream and that brings you to that place where you can be comfortable and, you know, and it just be like welcoming and warm and
right.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Like getting to see a loved one again in the dream world is just such a refreshing thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus you can also feel things in dreams like in your body that you wouldn't necessarily feel like when you're like awake.
Yeah.
And it's like there's like some feelings that you can't explain that when you dream. I think it's important to like feel those types of feelings as well.
Right.
So that's another like a meaning or purpose, I think, in my eyes.
And you know, too, is like there's dreams that I had where so my memory isn't very good. My memory recall is not excellent, but there are feelings that I get when I think about things, especially in my past. And my dreams really allow me to feel the feelings that I did when I was a kid that I no longer feel. Because you remember how like everything was so much more intense and elevated when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was about to say intense.
And I think like dreams really allow you to explore that.
Right. Like another part of like what Tyler was talking about, if like you see a relative or a friend who's passed away, I think dreams can kind of offer your mind a little bit of closure.
Yeah.
In a sense, not fully, but I feel like you might enact a feeling of like, oh man, I had a dream about him. That's a positive feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could be a pro from that.
Definitely. Does dreaming allow our subconscious thought to be explored?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And kind of like what I was getting at before, like there are so many things that you can break down in the dream world that you might not be able to process in the real world.
Yeah.
Because also like you're giving yourself the space and the time to do it, right? Like if again, like going back to having a stressful day, like if your day was stressful and you didn't really get a minute to sit down and think about it and you have a dream about it, that's like we said, like a full lifetime's worth of feeling and time going by where you really can just sit there and process it.
That's true. I wonder why like we don't really retain much like information from our dreams. Like we forget like main parts of it, or we can't, like it's like kind of foggy sometimes. Like I wonder why we lose that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I wonder why we lose that immediately and can't remember some things from our dreams. Like why doesn't our brain like hold on to images that we create on our own? I was always wondered that why they don't stick.
And there was another thing that I read a long time ago about dreams, like, you know, like the ones that we do remember when we wake up.
Yeah.
Not apparently, but supposedly we have like dozens and dozens of dreams, but we only remember one of them.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I wonder why we don't have the ability to retain that information when we wake up. And what is it, do you think, that we're carrying over to? Like, why dream? Like what outside of like helping us with this subconscious thought, like what is the benefit of dreaming instead of just having nothingness when we're asleep? And why do animals have such amazing abilities to dream too? Like my dog sitting next to me, like he kicks in his sleep almost every night. I know he's dreaming about something.
Yeah.
Is it true that animals have dreams too? I didn't know that at all.
Oh yeah.
They do? Oh, okay.
That's why like dogs will like kind of whimper or growl in their sleep, or they twitch like that, their muscle memory. Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha.
Dude, I've had my dog be just like dead asleep, and in his dream he started howling, and I have a basset hound, so it's a right. He while sleeping stood up on his paws and bayed for like a good 5 or 10 seconds and then fell right down and went back to sleep. Like he never woke up from it.
He didn't acknowledge you. He just like dead face, like just how?
No, because his eyes were closed. He was asleep, and he had like a vague sleepwalking incident.
Interesting. I like it. Yeah, you bring up a good point though. Like, why did we have that? I think our brains are just so hyperactive with everything throughout the day.
Information.
It's very hard for us to like wind down, even like mentally. Even when we're tired, like we'll be tired and I'll lay down after a long day, but my mind is still racing.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just the thing of like overwhelmed sensory stuff. That your mind is just like active, like, oh, I have to do stuff tomorrow. So your mind's already thinking about the next day or what's forward or what's this. And our mind's constantly like revolving around what should I be thinking about? What did I forget? What should I be doing? Do I need to eat? Do I need to breathe? I think it's just so hyperactive. Yeah.
Especially when a lot of us, when we go to bed, you know how we're on our phones.
Yeah.
So they say like to not use electronics like 2 hours before bedtime.
Good luck.
But you're feeding, before bedtime, you're feeding your mind with all this information on social media. So that doesn't help either. You're making your brain like hyperactive. So that adds to it as well, I think.
I do it every day.
It makes me wonder like how to ask. I don't think this is the right way to word this question, but do you think that our dreams are more advanced now than they were 80,000 years ago when we were developing our minds?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because there were still activities that you had to do during the day just for every single day survival. But like outside of that, you had more free time than we do now. So like, do you think those ideas carried over like into the dream world? Or do you think it was just a blank slate?
I think like your dreams back then might have been more of like instinctual stuff, if that makes sense. Like you would have dreamed about like hunting for food or gathering or stuff that you occurred in your everyday life.
Like
they had nothing outside of that scope.
Yeah.
We have everything like, I'm thinking about what's happening in another country and that conflict, or, outside of like what would be like a tribe or a clan or whatever back then. That's your whole world aside from like animals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like Tyler said, we're seeing everything from everyone instantaneously on our phones. So you're getting a glimpse into like so many people's lives that like your mind opens way too far, I think.
So let's put it kind of a different way then. Cause like in this discussion, what I'm thinking of is like a Tesseract effect. Our whole world view can be seen on a phone. We can see anything at every time and have all of the information capable of being learned at a library. So we, in this present time, are able to think about all of those things. So like, this is our world, right? This is the world that we live in. And I wonder if, using the example of 80,000 years ago, like their whole world was defined for them as well. Like, sure, they didn't have like politics and worldviews in the sense that we do now, but they still had like issues with other people. There was still that human connection that they had to worry about. And there was knowledge that they gained that was then passed on to future generations. So like, do you think that their worldview was as large as we think our worldview is now?
I think everything's relative.
True.
If your only conflict is with another group of people, a small group, over resources or over a territory or something like that, that would be dramatically amplified to you versus us having to fit in a world with 7 billion people. I feel like on a personal level, that person would be just as overwhelmed by thinking about that as we are now. Because that would be the only other thing that you would think about outside of your daily life is this is threatening me directly.
Right.
So it would be a thing.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it would be amplified because outside forces, there would only be so many for them to consider. With us, we can like hypothetically think of a billion different scenarios, like at a whim.
Yeah.
Instead of like what's directly affecting us.
But do you think like our minds are so developed today that we think like outside of the box? How do I say this? More outside of the box with ideas than what they did back then. So that makes our dreams more what's the word? Crazier.
I feel there's
I
more
don't-
possibilities to dream because of not just what we see on our phones, but life experiences that happen, or like movies. Movies stick with you,
Mhm.
or if you have a phobia. There was probably not as many phobias back then, I would assume. As of like now, you could be afraid of so much more than back then. I don't know if that's fair to say, but my strain of thought is there's way more options and more things available to you that you're exposed to now. Even if it has nowhere to, if it's not in your country, it's not even anywhere near you, it's not even your problem, but you're exposed to it. I feel like your mind retains that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I kind
Okay.
of brought up the Tesseract effect of like, sure, we have a much bigger world now that we can all look up and define our lives with. But again, like their world was everything that they saw from their day to day. It was, I think,
yeah.
just as huge back then as it is now.
Well, Corey, you know what else is huge? I bet you don't.
No, I don't.
These ads. Come on.
Oh.
Get your head out of the gutter.
Howdy, my name is Paxton, and I'm the vocalist for End of an Era and the co-host of Hammer Smash Podcast. The Hammer Smash Podcast is a semi-weekly podcast where we talk about metal and life stories, and End of an Era is the heaviest band that you have ever heard in your life. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, we're on YouTube. Check us out.
All right, everyone, we're back. I've cleaned Corey's mind. He's behaving, and we're ready to continue.
Never. I'll do it again. Whatever it is I did.
Every time.
Right. We're going to continue with the idea of dreams. So have you guys ever experienced reoccurring dreams or nightmares?
Yes. Next question.
For sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like I said, like I have nightmares constantly, and I think I've talked about it a little bit on the show. I definitely have recurring nightmares where I'm just trapped in the same scenario over and over and over, and I'll wake up in the real world, but I've suffered through sleep paralysis, so I can't move, I can't do anything, and then I fall right back asleep and have that exact same nightmare.
So it's the same outcome every single time?
Yes. Yeah.
You have that recurring?
And when I
Damn,
have
that's
recurring nightmares
crazy,
too, after like let's say like the 10th, 15th time or so, I'll realize that I'm having a recurring nightmare, and I'll try and wake myself up in the real world, and I'll wake up and then just go right back asleep and have the same fucking nightmare. And it's like this constant battle of like trying to wake myself up, trying to move my body, but I can't move my body, and then just suffering through the same bullshit over and over.
Like, do you ever get the feeling that you want to move or try to break out of it, or do you just can't, or do you just take it?
No, I literally can't. So like, just imagine like
That's
waking
crazy.
up and not being able to move anything in your body. Like you can't move your finger, your toes. You can't turn your head into a certain direction. You're just paralyzed. And then like I'll get to the point like when I'm awake and say like, okay, don't think about something else. Don't think about the nightmare when you're going back to sleep. Think about happy stuff. Think about your dog. And then I'll just have the same nightmare again.
Do you ever like wake up from that dream and just want to just stay awake to prevent you from having that dream again?
Yeah, I definitely have that. Like, it's hard to describe because it's just like that feeling of right when you're going to sleep. Like we said, like there's several stages to sleeping, and that stage where you're just, you know that you're nodding off and you haven't dreamt yet. That's where I'm at. We're like, so like it's just there's nothing I can do.
So you just have come to it. Yeah. Damn. That's terrible.
Yeah, they're scary, man.
I'm so sorry that you experienced that, Corey.
Not
Personally,
good,
I have never experienced like sleep paralysis, but I feel for you, man. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, man. But yeah,
It's
they're
not-
crazy.
not
A
good.
lot of my nightmares are whack too, because it's like people like I'll have like, let's say like a nightmare about you guys, and it's just like you guys will just say, hey, you know what, we're not actually friends, and everything that we've
Oh,
said
man.
we're friends about, it's untrue, and you're a piece of shit, Corey, and we all hope you die. And then it's just like that for like
Whoa.
8 hours while I'm sleeping and waking up and being like, oh, okay, no,
Dude.
they're really my friends, but
Oh man.
No, never.
never.
Corey, you're not dreaming right now. We love you, brother.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
man.
you meant never,
Don't
as
listen-
in like
don't-
we've never been
Yeah,
friends.
never. Like we never loved you. Yeah, exactly. so we're just
That would've
doubling
been
down
so
on the
awesome just
phobia.
Just to
The
mess
king.
with you.
Yeah, we're only
Yep.
friends for the show.
Yeah, it's a personality
Oh,
thing, you know.
yeah.
Oh man.
Man.
Yeah, but what about you guys?
I don't get too many like nightmares often, but weird. One instance is I'll be talking to a person, like having a conversation with them. They'll turn like their head or something, and they'll turn back around, and it's like a totally different person. Have you guys ever had that?
Oh, whoa, no.
Like two different people?
That sounds
that is-
awesome.
that's-
but no,
that's
I've never
strange.
had that.
Yeah.
That's very strange.
Wow.
I don't know why that happens. Like, you're
kind
having a
of talking to them,
conversation.
they're kind of facing away from you, and then but you know it's that person, but then when they turn around, they're a different
They
person.
turn back
That's
around.
pretty
It's
wild.
a totally different person. Yeah.
Do you know if you like still interact with them as if they were the other person? Does the dream change? Like, what's the interaction like?
Yeah. I don't remember. I just remember that aspect of it, of their face changing.
Wow.
Right.
I don't remember the interactions with them, but it's just pretty weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's out there.
Yeah, that's freaky.
I've never heard of something like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, and not if it upsets you, but I think it's cool.
Right. And I've heard that the people that you see in your dreams is only faces that you've seen in real life. Is that true?
I don't think so.
I think
I
no.
I personally don't, because like I've dreamt of aliens and otherworldly shit, and like I know I've never seen that in real life.
Are you sure?
Oh shit!
They just brainwashed you for just
there it
to-
is. The realization. It's over.
Oh man. Huh. Maybe it's like the aliens that you've been seeing. Maybe it's like a fusion of everybody's face to make it look grotesque or
Oh.
whatever.
Ugh.
I don't like that either.
Yeah,
Tyler.
never know.
That's worse. That's just like
Why-
this
why are
mass
you
of
doing this?
people.
Yeah, just all smashed together.
God.
I don't like that.
No, but that's just something I've heard. I don't know if it's actually true, but
Yeah, I'd be interested
Yeah.
in like looking more into that. Like, I know that I've dreamt about like things or objects or different people I don't think I've ever seen. But I
Right.
would
Okay.
definitely be curious.
it's fair.
Like, Kale, have you ever
That's
like
interesting.
dreamt about things you've never seen before?
About stuff I've never seen.
Yeah, like you guys don't have like
It's hard to explain.
cosmic horror dreams about greater gods and beings destroying the world? Is that
No, dude.
God.
I've
Chimera?
only had like, in terms of reoccurring dreams, like it really messed up my mind for like a long
Oh
time.
no.
For maybe about the time I was 13 to the time I was 18, I had the same nightmare about my dad falling off a cliff.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Almost
What?
all the time. And it was definitely like, when we talked about dreams having meaning, it was definitely an anxiety dream about me worrying about his health and him dying.
Yeah.
Because it would be
Mm.
the same dream of us walking on this path, and I would know, and we were like next to a waterfall, like in the middle of like the plains of like Africa, and then there's just this giant mountain, and there's just this one big waterfall, and it would always be on the same path, and I'd always tell him to be careful, and I'd know where he was going to fall, so I would always try to go a different way, or be underneath, or like grab him, or do something like this, and he would always fall, and I would always wake up like with my hands like clenched. That's why I started trimming my nails really badly, really like
Just to
low,
gouge
because
your
I
hand?
would be grabbing my hands so tight I would like I would put my nails into my skin.
Wow.
Oh.
So it was
Dude.
like definitely like tension and anxiety dreams, but I had it for years.
Wow.
For years I had the same dream, and I would like tell him about it, and he's like, yeah, you just, you can't control like what happens to someone else, so like try to not
Mm.
think about it. I'm like, that's valuable advice, thank you.
Did they stop after your dad passed?
They stopped after I got my dream catcher tattooed on me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nice.
It's always with you.
that was my main reason for getting it, because, and I haven't told you guys this because it's like, I think it's bad. I don't think it's a good sign. But I used to have, outside of like my dad's anxiety dreams, I would have like very, very vivid, very graphically like violent dreams towards like all of my friends in different ways. And I would, and I would wake up, and sometimes like I would be like crying in my thing. And it would be these things that I like clearly recognized was one of you guys. It would always be like a one-on-one interaction that would go super violent.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And like, it would only be the guys. So like, I'm like, what does that mean? Why the fuck would I dream about that?
Yeah.
I have no aggression towards anyone. Like what's wrong with me? And I dealt with that for years, like all through high school, and maybe until I was like 23, 24. And then I just like stopped. But very interesting enough. Like, I don't know how to explain this. It was like the Sin City movies. I vividly remember like every dream would be black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
Until like something violent happened, and it would be a flash of red or green or purple, or you would bleed a different color.
Yeah.
And it would literally, that would be the only thing with color. It would either be my hand really bloody, it would be like green.
That's crazy.
Or like, it would be this like high color, like highlighter color blood pool.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or the hammer or like a shovel. Like it would just be like one thing would be colorful out of the whole thing. And I remember like waking up, I would write down stuff like that. And then I would read it. And then I like, after like the fourth time of like writing down like, oh, I killed William with a shovel. I'm like, I should probably like not do this anymore. So I stopped writing stuff down. But it definitely like, that was, I would say that's a nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of,
I think so.
I'd like to go just for a moment, digress back to the earlier question of like, have you ever dreamt about things you've never seen or experienced? And I would say that, Kale, you answer that question with a yes. Because like, you've never been to Africa. So like,
right.
The waterfall with your dad, have you ever been to that? Or and you've never seen in black and white outside of a movie, but you dreamt in black and white.
Right. And I've never heard any of you guys. So
well,
that's another thing I've never seen. Well, not emotionally.
Well.
Oh, okay. No, but like that definitely, I wouldn't consider that like, maybe that's considered night terrors, but it definitely messed with my mental health for a really long time.
Yeah.
Thinking something is definitely very wrong that I have this all the time. Like this kind of hyper aggression stuff when I've like never been like that to any of you ever.
Maybe
in my life is very messed up to me.
You care deeply for us and you would like never want to hurt us, but I don't know what the connection is. Like why?
Yeah, I don't know why that would like
really
be
strange.
A constant thing. So it was like, I would have probably like good dreams in between, but it would be an alternating thing of like, I'd dream about my dad falling for 5 days in a row. And then I'd have a terrible dream about one of you guys. And then I'd have that. And then it would just be a mixed thing. So it would just be like terrible nonstop. So I was like, I'll get the dream catcher tattoo so I don't dream at all.
There you go.
Yeah.
And my dad stuff, I like literally, I know it might be like a subconscious thing. It might be like you spoken into existence, but I never had another anxiety dream about my dad ever after I got my dream catcher tattoo. It just got put out of my brain.
Wow. That's good, man.
Crazy.
It's good that it worked. I wonder how much of it was like the power of the mind versus like the real effects of it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
agree.
we have a couple in our room too, dream catchers, and
oh yeah.
I don't really have like bad dreams at all that often. I don't know if they actually work or like Corey was saying, but
either way, man, as long as you don't have to experience it, I think it's worth it. So
yeah, for sure.
Have you guys ever experienced deja vu in your life? Like a moment in time where you're like, I feel like I've been here before, or this has happened.
Yeah.
This feels awkward.
I don't know if I'd call it premonitions, but I have had that with where like I'll dream something that happens in like the real world and then experience it like years later. I used to have it like all the time when I was a kid. A lot of it was like traveling places that I hadn't been before. So like it's the craziest feeling because like you wake up and you know, like I've never been here, but I had a dream and everything looked like this. I was in the exact same spot in the dream as where I'm standing now. And it's the wildest feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would give me a weird sensation to experience something like that.
Dude, and it's crazy too, because like I'll have it's so hard to tell like between my nightmares or the deja vu or premonition, because like I've had the most recent ones I've had that haven't come true, thank God, is me being in my apartment. My living room is like right next to the door. You just open the door and you're in my living room / kitchen. And I've had several dreams where like the cops bust in and then immediately shoot my dog and then kill me. And like, it happens in the dream, and like, like it feels fucking real. Right. And like, it's just creepy. Cause like one of it was like, I had somebody knock at my door at like 4 o'clock in the morning, like hard. They were like hitting.
You're like, nope.
Yep. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Not answering.
I'm not risking that. No,
I didn't. Nope. I just went to the upstairs bedroom. I'm like, I'm not dying for this.
Nothing. No, I'm out of here.
Right. Shoot, that's crazy, Corey.
What about you, Skrunkler?
I've had an experience. It hasn't happened in forever, but I think it happens to a lot of people. But there was a time where I would look at the time and it'd be the same exact number. Each time. I forget what the number was, but it was freaky that I was doing it so often.
It was like 42069.
Damn.
The magic number.
Yep. The prime time.
No, but that really did trip me out. Then I like started reading like all this deep dive rabbit hole stuff, you know.
Damn, you were watching the number 23 like nonstop.
He started like carving it into his skin.
The Jim Carrey. Jim Seiler.
No, but especially if it's happening so often, it like gets you to think and kind of wonder like why this isn't normal.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I don't know. That was a weird time that happened to me.
Right.
Other than that, any other deja vu experiences? I can't think of any at the top of my head. I'm sure there's been plenty, but
right. Those are what you remember, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'll have. It's not really like wow, like whoa, but if like for work, for instance, I can like sometimes in my mind I can kind of gauge where I'm going to be at the next day, like route wise, and then they'll put me on that. I'm like, oh crap, that's
yeah.
Sometimes it'll be like the worst. Like
dude.
I'm like, I hope they don't put me on this route, and then I'll be on that route the next day. I'm like, oh great.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I think that's all very real, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Question last section is like, I think dreams, they tell you things you don't want to know, and sometimes they just predict what happens.
Unfortunately,
this could be in another episode. I'm just gonna say like a little segment on it. Do you guys believe in like manifestation,
like willing things to power?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I feel like perseverance, like perpetually, like forcing yourself, like to think a certain way or to go after like what you want. I feel like can definitely play a part in like the outcome of something.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I do.
Because you can manifest something, but not take the action, and then it can never happen. But either or. Yeah. But you know what I'm manifesting right now?
What's that, Tyler?
Tacos.
Besides that, Kale, these ads. See tacos.
What's up, everybody? We wanted to use this ad to shout out our one and only bearded brother, Beard Laws. This man has accumulated quite a following on TikTok, almost closing in on 400K, which blows my mind. But even more importantly than that, he's a down-to-earth guy. He's been a friend for a long time now, and turns out, supporter of the show. So you know we had to show love back. He himself has 2 podcasts, the Beard Laws podcast on Thursdays, which uses fan interaction, community-based stuff, questions, all type of stuff for engagement, which we love. That's killer. And then a show he does on TikToks on TikTok Tuesdays. Shocking. That's on Tuesdays, guys. Anyway, anything beard related, this man is involved. Challenges, reactions, care, anything you can think of. You know, all three of us have beards, so you knew we were going to jump on the train. You can find him at Beard Laws, all one word, Beard Laws, on TikTok and Instagram. I'm sure he's on Twitter. I'm sure he's on everything. But look for the Beard Laws podcast. And if you're on TikTok, join his Tuesday show. We love him. We're going to continue supporting him. He supports the show. We love you, brother.
Welcome back, everyone. We are on our last segment.
Oh,
And are you sad or
A
what?
little bit.
yeah.
Too much fun.
Always sad when we end an
It
episode,
always gets sad
brother.
at the end. I know. But we must. The show must go on, Kale.
Always.
Until it doesn't.
You're
The
right.
energy is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But the energy hasn't died down yet.
No, it
And
hasn't.
I'm grateful for that. So let's
There we go.
keep rolling.
Screaming. That's how we do it, baby.
Oh man. All right. If you guys could lucid dream at will, what would your dreams look like?
I don't think I can legally say it on the podcast.
Oh, no. Here we
There
go.
we go.
There is,
There it
I
is.
would commit
Right
more
off the bat.
crimes than I do now. And I commit a lot of fucking crimes.
A lot of them, Tyler.
Would you still have the thrill of escaping like from the police, or would you just like be reckless and not have repercussions?
I mean, we're dreaming either way.
Yeah.
So what can they do to me?
No, I'd be reckless. I'd go all in. But then it would translate into real life, and that's why they're kicking down my door and shooting my dog.
Oh, premonition.
You just need to put like a bulletproof vest on like Frank at all times.
Oh.
Just-
Yeah, nonstop, just Kevlar bodysuit.
That'd be adorable.
I feel like
oh man.
like genuinely, I would, if I could control my dreams, I would like do the most boring shit with my dad.
Oh, okay.
So like, I really do feel like, because since he died, I have not dreamed about him not one time.
Huh.
And
Are you
like, I
serious?
know you can't like,
Whoa.
you're supposed to like visualize stuff, or you're supposed to like kind of, like you said, will the power, like will this thing. As much as I think about my dad, I cannot like dream about him. So like in
crazy.
any facet, even if it was the most boring thing, Kale, let's go get a cheeseburger.
Just
I'd be
to
like,
hear
let's
his voice
ride.
again.
Yeah. Hop on the back of his mobility scooter.
Exactly.
Or just like hang out in the backyard or something, or do some like building work, or you know,
Yeah.
yeah, I know
Like you
exactly.
guys used
Like
to do
me
in the
doing
back.
some stuff.
the shed.
Do it this
or,
way.
yeah.
Do it that way. I'll just like dream about him, dude. Okay, this is a sidebar, but it just popped into my head right now, so I'll like
Let's hear
go
it.
into it. There was one
Yeah,
time
for
we
sure.
were at Lowe's, and I didn't bring his scooter, so we got him like one of those like basket like things.
Yeah. What happened? He hated it or what?
And this, what
is
like,
this
dude,
shit?
he was not paying attention. He was talking to somebody, and he fucking ran me over with it.
Oh,
So like
must
it
have
went
hurt.
up over my ankle, and I went to the ground,
Oh
and he
my
was
God.
still hitting the gas. I'm like, lay off the freaking thing, Dad.
he just kept
And he's
going.
like, oh, and he starts to try to reverse, and it was just like on my ankle,
Oh,
and I'm
God.
like, stop. And it was just like all these like contractors and all these people that work there were just staring.
just staring in shock.
Wow.
What do we do?
I would take
Oh.
that experience again in dream form if it meant I get to talk to my dad.
Wait, so how? So what happened? Did somebody pull him off?
I like
or
bench
did,
pressed it off me.
Did he
I was
fall?
like, no, I didn't like dump
just
him
lift-
out.
okay,
I
just
just
he,
kill
like,
him.
he pushes like the whole scooter over.
Yeah, the whole scooter over just goes, "Whee!" Just goes backwards. No, I like lifted it up and I like
Okay.
rolled out of there, and I was like limping around the store that like for
My
the rest of
God.
the time
Damn.
we were there. But like even something as like stupid as that is like what I would like lucid dream about. Anything with Dad, for sure. Maybe I could make him like a super villain. I never got to see him in that light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your dad wasn't really an evil person.
No, just like the furthest thing from it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me, but I'm making up for his lack of evil.
That's crazy. I
Oh,
How to
man,
say
that
it?
made me cry like laughing from that. I haven't thought about that in so long.
have a
Oh, my
similar
gosh.
experience. Like after my grandpa was basically like my dad, essentially.
Yeah.
And after he passed, I stopped having dreams about him too. I wonder what's up with that.
Right. What's the correlation to like, you know, it's not even a thing about like being like male figures in your life, but like same kind of dynamic. but you like can't dream about it. Like why is that?
Yeah.
Like, what is the purpose of that? Or if you do about it, you don't, like Tyler said, you don't retain it.
Right. Yeah,
Why?
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be
Which
having
is
dreams like
also
that and
weird.
just not remember them.
Just don't remember it.
For sure.
So lucid dreams, I'd make him like, he loved like Westerns. Like I have like 200 Louis L'Amour books like out in my shed and stuff. I would make him like a bank robber or something.
Hell
Or
yeah.
like a sheriff, a posse.
Oh,
Hell yeah, that would be badass.
Clint.
I do something
Oh my
like that.
God. Clint
Yeah.
Miller.
Clint Miller. The good, the bad, and the shit.
I love it. Well, I think I'm gonna backpedal.
Oh,
Is that the right word? No. Sorry, scratch that.
why aren't you pedaling? What are you buying? Nobody's gonna get that reference but us.
Right? I think my answer is gonna be kind of in the same ballpark as you guys. Like
Ooh.
with like a
With the
father
crimes?
figure. Well, my dad. What?
Oh, the other
The
thing.
crimes, the sins of the father.
Gotcha.
Oh,
No, yeah.
no. Go ahead.
Yeah. This goes back to I talk about my dad a lot in the podcast,
Mhm.
but one of like my regrets I didn't do when he was alive was actually like play music with him.
Yeah.
I was thinking this. Yes.
Even if it's like
Yes,
rehearsing
dude.
or on stage or anything. I would love to, just go back and like actually like play a song with him and be in that moment, because when he got behind that drum set, he like, it was like a totally different person. He like let
It's
loose
awesome.
and yeah, he was so flashy and you could tell that was his passion and he
Oh, yeah.
loved doing that.
Yeah.
And to be able to experience that with him, I think it's no words. That's like everything.
Seriously. Like you could literally, like you're lucid dreaming. You could be at like Woodstock
Yeah.
and like be
Yeah, or
be one
anywhere.
of the bands, with your dad and like whoever else you want. That would be amazing.
Or be like on tour with somebody that he admired and then we're like just do like a big show together.
That would be amazing.
Have your uncle sing.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
a family affair. Hell yeah. It kind of pisses me off that we have like this brain power, this like ability to think and ponder and create and all this other stuff, but we can't convince ourselves to like make our dreams have what we want.
Yeah.
Kind of is
To
annoying.
act on it.
I
Yeah.
wonder why that is. Because like there's techniques that Kayla and I have been practicing about trying to lucid dream, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
there's one technique where you have like a rubber bouncing ball and
Okay.
you have it in real life and you bounce it and you say, I'm going to dream about this ball. And when I do, I'll know I'm dreaming. And so when you see the ball in your dream, you're supposed to say, oh, this is a dream. I can control it. Like I know I'm the
Nice.
master of this world. But like I've never gotten to that level of being able to
Right.
control your dreams. So like, what is it about our dreams that makes it so we just can't control them like right off the bat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And it's like, this is like the fourth time I'm bringing it up, but like manifesting stuff, we talked about that. I will like force myself to like clear my mind throughout the day outside of like my job or whatever this is, and like try very, very hard to think of a singular thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
All day. Repeat that thought, say that thought, think about it, look at pictures of it, blah, 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 blah. And then, dreaming comes and I have no idea if I did because my brain didn't retain it, or it's just like all for naught and you have like a nightmare or something. So like why, when you put that much effort into something, you can't do it. But if you need to remember to do something tomorrow, you will remember to do something tomorrow, but you can't will yourself to think about something when you're sleeping. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Yeah.
The brain, that's why it's like our brains are just such a like, I don't know. It's like an unknown still. It's your own mind, but like you can't control everything that you think about. Anxiety,
Right.
depression,
why can't we
everything.
hack our own brains to be able
Seriously,
to
I
control
feel like-
things? Because like even, I mean, think about it extending into real life too. Because like, just trying to control your emotions in any given situation is hard enough. But if you're like in a
Right.
situation where you like cannot lose your cool, like it just
Right.
fucking picks at you, and like that,
Yeah.
why can't we just tell our brains, you know what, I'm cool as a cucumber right now, everything's fine.
And to that effect, like I know we have to go through the grieving process. It's part of like mentally healing. It's part of like your spirit, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But why can't we just be like, I do not want to be sad today.
Right.
Leave me alone today. You should be able, in my brain to be able to like, I'm not going to allow that to happen. And then you cannot not think about the terrible shit. And it's like, that should not be how it works. I know we can't control it, but like, that's a fundamental flaw in my eyes of like, why can't we have more say in what our own freaking brain processes?
It makes you think that, are we really like in control of our own brain? It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
In a way.
It's
like
something I'm working on right now in therapy is it's called rumination, which is the idea that we're talking about, where you have these ideas that make you feel down, or just something that you ruminate on. You cannot keep your mind off of it. And like, it is extremely difficult to do. To get your mind away from that and say, just like you're saying, Kale, today, I'm not going to think about this shit today. I'm just going to have a great day. But like, at least like my brain and stuff, like it always goes back to, you're going to think about the shitty thing that happened, and you're not going to stop thinking about it while you're at the happiest moment of your life.
Right.
Would it be considered a trauma? If it's always going back to that, negative thought process,
I think it definitely is trauma related, for sure. Yeah. Like having a trauma over the situation that occurred that you just can't stop thinking about,
can't break it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I was saying like your mind can be thinking of stuff that fundamentally is not who you are as a person.
Right.
I've been in a lot of fights. I've been in a lot of things just from being a bigger person, kind of, like you stand out, this and that. But like, as you guys know, like I have very violent like thoughts sometimes. And the perfect example is growing up having those violent dreams about the people I care about the most.
Right.
Why in the world would your brain make you think about that?
Yeah.
When
it's like trying to
it's like core,
sabotaging you.
Yeah. It's like at my core, I don't want to hurt anyone. Like there's obviously situations where you have to respond or the situation calls for it. I have tried to avoid that. But why would it, like, if you're fundamentally, I'm not a violent person or I don't want to be a violent person, why do you have violent thoughts?
Yeah.
If you like consciously say, I don't want to be that person. I don't like that. I do not want that. Why does your brain allow you to be this way?
Maybe it's like your body, like just trying to like defend itself, just like for any situation. Maybe it's just like preparing in a way.
Could be like,
I don't know.
Like instinctual stuff to like have your fight or flight. Maybe something along those lines.
Could be.
Right. I don't know.
But I don't get why it's just with us though. That's the part I don't get.
Right.
Like
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think animals have that same
complex
thing? Like we talked about dogs dreaming. Do they have nightmares in the sense that like they can't control it? Well, I guess to answer my own question would be yes, because we've like Frank, he whimpers in his sleep every once in a while, so I know he has bad dreams. So like, why is it that it seems like nothing has the ability to control our dream state?
Maybe that's
why.
Maybe we just go a little haywire. I mean, maybe that's like part of the stuff that's like short circuited. Like we don't remember our brains because we don't remember our brains. Jesus, we don't remember our dreams because maybe our worst stuff, or maybe it's like a cathartic thing where it's trying to get stuff out of your brain. And you're not meant to remember it. Maybe like you are thinking of like worst case scenario, or like, oh, what would happen if I did this? And it's this horrific thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's like almost like an emptying the trash bin of your brain when we dream, to where you're getting out all that crap out of your body.
That'd be great, but
I mean, I don't know if that is how it works.
No, it's a much safer.
I would like it. Right. I was like just thinking right now, right? Like Tyler, you don't dream about your dad, Corey, your grandpa, or my dad. Maybe like it's like a thing of knowing that was a lot of grief, that your mind somehow subconsciously is shielding you from making yourself sad by dreaming about it. I don't know. We have more questions than answers this week. Thank you, Tyler.
Right?
We're going further than we've ever gone. We're like, why is this working? We're just getting mad.
Right?
Lighthearted. No.
I wonder, like the question you asked, like, why isn't lucid dreaming just built in?
Right. If people have these tendencies, or like you have how would I word this? That's not creepy as fuck.
Suicidal tendencies.
Ooh, good band. No, but if you have like these tendencies or something that's like you have urge to break the law, you have urge to do something, you have the like, why wouldn't you just be able to? No,
okay,
that's
good.
all of us.
No,
But like, why can't like you lucid dream to release that part of you?
Yeah.
You know, if you have a confrontation with somebody and you're really, really angry or you're really this, you dream about it. Wouldn't that be like cathartic? Wouldn't that be like getting it out of your system?
Yeah.
Like theoretically, like if you were able to dream it and have this outcome happen,
Yeah.
like wouldn't that potentially like help you?
Yeah,
But
that's
our
what I'm
brains are
saying. Like,
nah, you're gonna dream about a flying ogre,
Right. And the lucid dream, like that's where that would
Shrek.
come in. Being able to get
Right.
it out in a safe place cathartically and
Right.
explore different outcomes.
Pass on. Yeah.
That would be the optimal thing, but
Yeah.
our brains
for
are
sure.
not giving like that.
All right. We've run out of time for this episode, but we have one more question that I don't think any of us really do, but maybe you at home might have experienced this. The topic is sleepwalking. I think that'd be like a really interesting topic to talk about. So any of you at home, wherever you are, if you have any experiences or just like any questions, you can also email us at talltailnetwork@gmail.com.
Perfecto.
Give us your deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
Tell us everything. We want to
your
know. We want to
stories.
do a future episode on sleepwalking.
We really want to dive into this topic. Yeah. It's
Sleep
something
Siler.
very unusual. What?
No, I definitely am very intrigued. Like, you know, we hear a little bit about don't wake a sleepwalker or this or that. And like, I definitely want to hear some stories. So
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
obviously shout you out and we'll talk about it and we'll get into it. None of us do it like Tyler said. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Watch us
So-
start doing it now that we, our brains are going
Right?
to turn on us.
You're manifesting it.
You
Kale.
said it now.
Come on.
You
on
did
now.
this to yourself.
All right. This is the part of the show where we release all our socials so you can get to know each and one of us. And
Ooh,
yeah, you can message us individually if you'd like.
very
So
nice. Call us
if
out.
if we were to find you, Kale, on social media, where can we grab your
Let's grab what? All right. On Instagram, you can find me at Tall Tail Kale with the underscore in between each word and a C instead of a K. And on TikTok, bearded underscore giant. And also our communal TikTok at the Weekly Tall Talk. No spaces, no periods, nothing of the sort. Corey, what about you?
Well, if you'd like to find me, I have one social media account. It's Instagram for now.
just
Oh,
one?
yeah,
just the one.
The gram.
And you can find me at Corey.Andre, Corey, period ONDREY. Sometimes I post art, sometimes I post my dog. You never know, and neither do I. We also have a Patreon. We're looking to get some merch out, some stickers, some t-shirts, and we would really appreciate the support. And you can find our Patreon under Tall Tail Network.
Hell yeah.
Tyler, how are we going to find you online, bud?
Here it is.
Me?
The best time of the
Oh,
show.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The pinnacle.
First and foremost, I'm on Instagram like Corey and Kale. You can find me there at Telo43. That's TEELO and the number 43 behind it.
What's that other thing you do, Tyler?
You know,
sometimes.
Once
anything
in a
that
while.
I don't do.
Yeah.
When the
Once
mood
in a while,
strikes.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Sometimes. Every once in a while.
Most of you, if you're a first time listener, there's this platform called Twitch where you can stream yourself playing video games or cooking, really anything that you'd like, and you can broadcast it to millions of people.
And Tyler
But
owns
I
it.
occasionally. Oh, imagine.
Damn. You'd be raking in the
Wow.
Benjamins.
What
on
a
that
life.
One, bruh. What a life.
When I'm not
This guy.
working or doing the podcast or spending time with my family, I occasionally
Oh,
The stipulations.
stream at Sushi Moose.
there
That's
it is.
the
Wow.
word sushi and moose.
Sushi
No
and
word
the
and.
moose
It's
and
just the words together.
No, it's the ampersand in the middle.
Ampersand, sushi,
Oh,
moose,
every
and
single
the word
time,
moose.
guys. It never fails, man. We're never
Never.
going to get it right.
No,
I need to
that's
simplify
part
this.
of the fun.
Yeah. I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, Kale, but we also have our communal Instagram page for
Oh, yes.
the Weekly Tall Talk.
Absolutely.
That's I don't know how many underscores there are, Corey. Do you remember? It's _weekly_ tall talk, I think.
Yeah, all of the underscores, apparently.
If you start typing, I'm sure it'll pop up and you can
Oh,
tell
it'll
that
show
it's
up
us.
for you.
Look for the
You'll see
weekly
our
Tall Talk,
faces.
something will show up.
Yeah, something will show
For
up. I think
sure.
we're the only ones. We also have our communal Twitch
There it
channel
is.
now.
Oh yeah,
So
we got a channel, brah.
We occasionally also play games together, but we'd like to play with you at home.
True.
So hit us up and we'll work something out.
Yeah, we'll
In
get a
what
group
way?
going
That'd be
on Valheim or something fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean games? Sorry.
Wait, what?
Wrapping it up.
Okay. Well, as always, it's been a pleasure to record with both of you
Always, dude.
Yeah.
this week.
Thanks for hosting, bro.
Thanks for hosting. The energy was brought, Siler.
Always, brother. But yes, thank you, Corey. Thank you, Kale. Thank you, Eric, for giving again this topic that we could explore.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
It's been
This was
fun
great.
and appreciate you all and all the people that are listening and support us. Thanks again, and we will see you next week on the Weekly Tall Talk. We'll tell you later.